What's up, my fellow flyers? I'm back again. Welcome to another episode. It's me, Ruben Hattigi, and I'm going to be your host here on FPV RAW. This is the, I guess it's the podcast for FPV flying, mainly fixed wing. It's my specialty, so I want to tell you guys my knowledge about fixed wing, and there's a it's been around for many years, a lot longer than I've been flying, but I figure I want to give you my take. Since I am a manufacturer, I am a designer and a flyer, I just figure this little portion of the podcast might help you kind of like decipher what kind of aircraft you want to do. And this episode is going to be types of FPV wings. Now, before I begin, there is a huge number of FPV wings that are out there. Huge number. I'm gonna do my best to kind of whip through these. Some that I wrote down, just as I was going through this, and I was trying to remember what wings are out there. There's more. There's a lot more wings here. I'm not going to get through the list. There's no way to do it in this amount of time of hopefully an hour or 30 minutes. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I'm going to try to go through them. It's a lot of talking. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do my best to go through all the list and just hit. I'm basically going to hit the numbers or hit the wings. And just, give a little bit of information that I do know. If I don't know, I'll leave it open. But I'm just going to go through the list, and that way you guys are aware of all the other wings that are out there. And because there's so many, if I forget one, that's fine. There's always another time. There's a lot, dude. There's a freaking whole mess of wings that are out there. Some fly good, some fly like goddamn animals, like beasts out in the air. They just rip. And hopefully I'm gonna get through it. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. And I'm gonna wrap it up as best as I can with my personal take. Just my little side thoughts. This is stuff that I think about. And I'm gonna pipe it into the microphone and send it off your way so you guys can listen to it. So with that, I'd like to give a huge shout out to my sponsor, my company. Well, this is actually for Sweepwings, and it's might as well do it because it's cool, and yeah, why not? Fuck it, it's my podcast. SweepwingsRC, we're here. That kind of shot up. Sorry, it got close to the microphone. But SweepwingsRC, I specialize in FPV wings that can do it all, and specialize in payload and carrying HD cameras, because showing off your flight is one thing that I love to do, and one thing that I know a lot of you guys out there like to do is to kind of record where the craft is and flying and speed and all that stuff. So that's where my company is kind of like I build aircrafts that I like to fly that specifies my needs, because I bought a bunch of crap that was out there. Some of them are on this list that just couldn't do it. They couldn't fill that need, and they were one-trick ponies, and that's all that they were capable of. And so I said, the hell with it. I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm not going to put up with their bullshit, with all their hype, and I'm going to make my own. And so that's what I did. I made my own craft, and it worked out for the best. So here I am. I'm on a fucking podcast. Hopefully you guys are listening to me. It's weird because I'm talking in a garage by myself, and Anyways, I'm gonna ramble off. I'm gonna try to stay in focus. I got a list here. I got a list here. I'm going to try to keep it going. I'm going to try to maintain the flow as best I can. So just give me your ears for a little bit, and hopefully I can massage your brain and give you something to think about while you drive. Hopefully you don't go to sleep. If you're going on a long haul and you decide to download this, hopefully you don't go to sleep. My weakness is driving long distances. I'll fall asleep like a baby. I just can't help it. Just boring. Driving is boring for me. I don't like to drive. An hour will put me to sleep. Going there is fine, but coming back home after a long, day of goofing around or whatever, driving home, I'll go to sleep. It just can't. Oh, I won't go to sleep, but I'll get super sleepy. I get sleepy, and So I'm hoping my annoying voice will keep you up. My list here will keep you occupied and thinking. So let's get cracking. We're gonna go with the first wing on my list that has been around since the dawn of time. Not really, but it's called the pop wing. The pop wings, you guys are familiar with it. You guys have seen it on the online and all that stuff. But it's a miniature wing that is a decent flyer. Takes a small pack. It doesn't go too fast, but it's just enough, and it's enough to kind of get you going. So the pop wing is definitely a pretty good wing to get started with. The next one up, if you are starting out for FPV wings and just learning, because I'm going through the aircrafts, is a Flight Test Versa or Flight Test Arrow. Now these are something that you can get started pretty cheap and pretty easily. So not too much there. There is another aircraft that you can see on YouTube if you do decide to check it out. It's called the FPV 49, and there's different versions of it. So keep that in mind. It's made with Depron. You follow the diagram. There are some diagrams for it, and if you want to get really cheap and learn to build it yourself, I would suggest looking at that. The FPV 49. I think the owner of all the videos that have been putting it out, I think it's like Tron 49 or something like that, or Tron. When you see the FPV 49, or it's called a KFM, or KFM airfoil, or KFM 3 or KFM 2 or 4, whatever it is now. There's different variations of it, but you'll find Tron. So check it out. It's a good way to get learning. It's a good way to get flying. And it's a good cheap wing. You can do FPV with it. The next one up is a Zaggy. Zaggy's been around for 19 plus years. Damn long time. It's a sloper. It proved itself as a good flyer and very efficient little wing. And people, then put FPV gear on it, and then, just kind of evolved in that. And that was like way back in the day, like I think 96 or so, long time ago. So way back when, before FPV wings was a thing, this aircraft has been around. So very popular, called a Zaggy. Check it out, Zaggy.com. The next one on the list is a Capri. Okay, I'm going to screw this up because the name's funny. Team Black Sheep has a EPP molded wing. It's a black wing. It's a mini wing. I think it was like 34 inches, I believe. It's called the Capri Ninga. It has a funny ass name. Now, for me personally, it has a funny ass name. I'm not going to remember it. It's just a lot of us call it the Cappy. I like to call it the Chupacabra just because it sounds cool. But it's a decent little wing. It's molded, so all your gear can just drop in. Placement's very easy. In terms of power systems that it can take, I think it was based off of a 2-cell, or maybe a 2-cell or a 3-cell. You can get away with putting a 3-cell in there, but I don't know if it can handle a 4-cell. Not too sure, but the compartment's all pre cut, and you just pull the plugs out, slap your gear in there, glue it, and you're off to the races. Really don't need much for it, and you're good to go. I'm not going to say anything bad about it, only because I'm going to go through the list, and if I said something bad for it, the list would get longer, and it would take longer for me to go through the list. But It's a delicate airframe. Just don't crash with it. It has some weird tendencies that it likes to do. But other than that, for speed builds, all the compartments are ready to rock in, and you can just drop them in. So, yeah, there's that. And the next one up is the Team Basement RC. These guys have been around for a very long time, and they've had some wings come out. They've had the 60, and now they have the V260, the TBR. It's called the TBRC 60, and now they have the V2. And then that one's a really good airframe. It's rather large. I mean, if you guys are 60 inches is a pretty good size, and it can do everything that you would want to do with the 60-inch airframe, and it got plenty of room, tons of real estate. Leg room, you name it, it's got it. They also have a TBRC 38. It's called a Reflex. And I don't think I said this. Did I just say this before? Anyways, I'll say it now. This is I heard some noise in the background. I don't know what it was. But it scared me. It sounded like it was just on the outside of the garage. Probably a snooper. They wanted to look in. But anyways, totally sidetracked. They have a new one. It's called an Apex. It's a little bit smaller. The Reflex, they race it at the Drone Nationals, NAFPV, and the Drone Worlds event. It did really well. It did pretty damn good. So it's out there. These guys are located in Canada. So if you guys are in Canada, in that upper hemisphere area, in Canada in general, go check them out. Team Basement RC, and see what they got going on. Anthony's cutting the wings. Yuvsky is was kind of running the operation back in the day. Nice guys, man. I attended their event in the NAFPV, had a lot of fun. It's definitely one of the funner events that I was able to race in, because their course that they had set up, their course that they had set up was really long. And it gave you tons of room to kind of just open up the throttle and just kind of fucking hammer it down and just let it loose. So, speeds was a perfect course. Loved it. A lot of fun. Go check them out. TBRC, their wings in Canada. Just tell them I sent you. Next one up, we have the Right Wing Wings. Chris Click is the owner of Right Wing RC. They've been around for a long time, and their history has been around with more like sloping wings, and then turning it into like the FPV wings with the Z2. They had the Zephyr 1 that all of us are familiar with because of Team Black Sheep. Trappy was flying it, and all his videos, and for all of us who remember those videos, we watched them, and so that's the aircraft he flew. So that was a Zephyr, the original Zephyr. So that's when you see that aircraft, it's made by Right Wing. So it has a lot of history in terms of when it was around. It's been around for a long time. HD video, long flights. Speed. So yeah, the Zephyr 1 is definitely a badass wing. So there's that, and then they have the Z2. Z2's been around, not as long as the Zephyr 1, but it's a molded EPO airplane. It can take 3,300 milliamp packs, so 6,600 milliamp. Four cell is what it's capable of. It can carry a GoPro. It's molded EPO foam, so don't use any chemicals that will eat the foam. Just as a heads up, it's a different kind of aircraft because it's all pre-molded, and it looks it has a very attractive stance. It's one thing that I like about it the most. It's very the presence and stance that it has is very attractive to me, because I'm like, I just like the way it's proportioned. It just looks nice. They have the the Mini Z. The Mini Z, and it's a smaller. It's a little bit smaller. It's another EPO molded wing. So there's that. I don't know the full what it can carry. I'm not too sure on that. I never owned one. I never looked into it that much. But as far as the payload, I think some guys got a GoPro on there, so I think it can. I don't think it's really meant for it. But there's that. There's also the Z3 by Right Wing. That is another molded EPO aircraft. It has more of a delta wing, like a triangle shape, and then it has a long protruding snout on it. Personally, I don't really like the snout. It just looks ugly to me, and it's just very easily, it can break just super easy. Just anything with the nose is usually not a good idea, because, all that weight and speed, and where's the stress go? So that's the big. I don't really like the Z3. It looks kind of ugly. It's the Z2 is more my take. It looks really good. So go check him out. He has the let's see what else. More of his main lineup. He has some other ones, but the Drac just came. Oh, it didn't just came out. It came out like last year. They did a Kickstarter for that to get that thing going. The Drac is a very unique shape airplane. Has a big compartment bay in the front. It's capable for mapping. You can put a bunch of flight controllers, cameras, big payload in it. There's that one. But when you see it, it's a very unique style aircraft. And then they came up with the Mini Drac, and so there's that one. It's a little bit smaller. I haven't purchased one. I bought the Drac, the big Drac. I still have yet to build it, but I have a bunch of aircrafts here that I don't have any room, so it's like I usually just get it. I wanted to help out, and so I bought one. And then they have the Mini Drac. That's there. It looks pretty cool. Looks really, really slick, and it comes apart if you build it, to separate. And so that's pretty neat. There's that. And then the next company up is the Team Legit. They've been around probably as long as I have. Been around since around 2013. And they have the... Okay, I'm going to mess this up because I don't really know the full lineup. And I remember it was like the Legit 32 that I think it was the 32 or 34. They had that, and then they have I'm gonna mess this up. I know I am, but they have I think they have a 36 inch wing. They have the V2, and then they have a VR. Shit, I'm gonna mess this up, guys. So bear with me here. I'm gonna try to remember them. They have I think they have a TL. They have a FG. That's made by, or that was made for Flash Gangster, FG, and there is there's a 40, 44. Is there a 44 or 48? Crap. There's a 60, and I think I seen a picture of a hundo. That's what they call it, the hundo. But they have that. There's probably more. If I miss some, I'm trying to go off the stuff that I can remember without, stepping on the stuff that I just don't remember and trying to, go through it. I just can't remember. There's a lot of stuff. Back up to Right Wing. They also have 3 more wings that came out. These are the hardcore 30s, hardcore 44s or 38s, 40s, hardcore 44s, and a hardcore 60. Or there's some other ones. I don't know the full lineup. I've just seen pictures of them, but there's some more that are coming out. So just check that out. Go visit them on the website. And then back to Team Legit. Go check their website out, and just go through the list. There's something up there for everyone. And figure out what you want, figure out what you like, and do it that way. So, because there's a lot, man. I'm not kidding. There is a freaking crap load of wings. The next one up is a Maxi Swift, And Maxi Swift, they're a good sized aircraft. I think they're about 50 plus, 54 inch wingspan. I think it's 54. I remember last time I saw it, I think it was at Ready Made. But yeah, it's a pretty good size wing. It's like a pop wing, but a bigger version of it. It allows a little bit more payload, a little bit more gear that you can put on, and the comfort of being able to carry the gear. So there's that. The Maxi Swift. Just you Google it, go check it out, and see what you see. Just go look. Go write this stuff down. Go check it out. The next one up is Video Aerial Systems, Alex's company, and he has the Chimera, which is a really cool, unique looking airplane. It's been around for a while. Looks really nice, and he has another one. It's called the it has the Chimera, and he has the Wyvern. That's what it's called. The Wyvern is another little aircraft. It's very fast, so good size, and all that good stuff. It's just a small, fast aircraft. So definitely go check it out. If you guys are in the market, all these are available online. So search, or just find the company that you guys are looking for, and then check out their lineup. So there's that. Oh, there's tons of stuff. He also has the Anubis and the Spectre. Spectre's been around for a long time, but it's not a wing. It's a different type of fixed wing. These are more like wings, like delta wings or flying wings. So the Anubis. And I think that's about it. He has another one. It's called the Pegasus. I do like Alex's names of his crafts. They're cool. They're majestic. They're mythical. And because I like comic books and Final Fantasy, so that's a lot of stuff. That's where I name my aircraft out, because I'm a nerd like that. That's just how I roll. But stuff like that. That's, if you're ever interested, that's where I got the names from. They're cool. I like them. I'm a big comic book nerd. And so yeah, Planet Hulk, go check it out. Civil War, and Injustice too. That's a good series. Very cool. Okay, so in Australia, I got a buddy, David Foster. Now we're friends on Instagram, and we were talking and goofing around, and we were talking, and I wanted to market SweepWings out there, and he was kind of telling me of what he can do and what materials he has over there. But with shipping, and if you guys don't know, shipping from America to Australia is expensive. Actually, just shipping anywhere overseas is expensive, but Australia is pretty damn expensive. And like to ship a small box, it was like 60 something bucks, and a little bit bigger box was like $70. And, we just can't do that. That's just too crazy. It's too expensive, and it's just, it's not worth it to do that way. And so he decided to just use what he had there and develop his own wing. So I'm going to give him a shout out. David Foster in Australia. He's making the Diablo wings out there. You can find him on Instagram and Facebook. Just look for I think hashtag Diablo Wing, and you'll find him. So go check him out. He has some good lineups that he's been starting out, and they look similar to my wings. So that's pretty cool. Usually when I see his wings, I'm like, oh, is that my wing? But it's really cool. I'm glad I have we'll say a wing cousin across the pond out there in a little island called Australia. So that's cool. Very cool to me. I'm very happy that, motivation spreads, and spreading the good word of FPV is awesome. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So, there's that one. And then we have, it's what's it called? I wrote it down. Let's see if I can find it. It's called the I need to look for this. Okay, here we go. I found it. Okay. It's called the G-Rilla FPV team. They're on Instagram. This is where I found them. They're a Swiss company out in Switzerland. They're making these pods for FPV wings, and they're making them out there. So if you have Instagram, just check them out. G Rilla FPV team. Just go check them out. I'm pretty sure you can find them. They're making this little wing here with the pod, kind of like Tim from Snipe Air Industry. Snipe Pod. He had the the caliber wing, and the same kind of system like that. So there's that, and so go check them out. Go check them out. Another one is MW Cores. They're sloper company. I found them on RCgroups. If you're on RCgroups, go check them out. He makes the Starfire, the Black Knight. That's my favorite. That's what kind of evolved my passion from the Black Knight to the Juggernaut to the Flinch to the Behemoth, the Runt, and the Dreadnought. So that sparked my interest for me. MW Cores. Go check him out. And he has the Capture, or the Black Knight, the Capture 60 and the Capture 80. I'm not sure if he's still doing it. Back even when I was contacting him back in the day, it took a while. I don't think he was doing it on the regular. So you never know. Just ask and see what happens. If that doesn't work, then obviously it doesn't work. Go find something else to look at, or your other options. The next one up is Ming of Wind Rider. If you could check out Wind Rider on the Google, just do Scout B or Wind Rider Scout B. He has the Scout B, the mothership, the Queen Bee. Just go check him out. It's it's a very good wing. It's been around for a long time, like all these other wings. And it's mainly a sloper, but you can put a motor on it, and they're really nice looking kits. They're molded EPO, so which is pretty cool. Go check them out, Ming Wind Rider online, and you'll look through the list. The next one up is Happy Flyers. Happy Flyers has been around, and they started developing a wing called the Wipeout. Now I think they're in the UK. I'm not too sure where they're located at, like where their base is. But go check them out. Happy Flyers. They have a Wipeout. I haven't seen too much content coming from them lately, so maybe they got acquired by another company. I'm not too sure, but definitely if you're in the UK, check them out. There's also another wing that's in the UK. I'm not too sure if it's called the Falcon wing. It's a FPV wing. It's a small little wing. I think it's called a Falcon. I'm not too sure, but I remember seeing it online, and it's just a smaller FPV wing. So check it out. When you do your search, I'm pretty sure you'll find a lot more than what I have on my list. So go check it out. Next one up, Crash Test Hobby. Now, for me, in my personal take, Crash Test Hobby makes some awesome wings. I would say they make the strongest wings out there. Out of all the wings I've just said, they make the strongest wings. And reason being, they're based for combat. Combat is more of like a head-to-head, wings crashing into wings, just thrashing each other. And he has a video of a Reaper, I think it's a Reaper or an Assassin, just crashing into a brick wall. Now, doing it over and over again, to me, is showing that the airframe can sustain a hit. And if the frame can sustain a hit, that means the frame is strong enough to sustain a higher speed. Does that make sense? It just shows you impact resistant, how everything is absorbed, and, why their build methods are so unique. And it's just, go check them out. CrashTestHobby.com. They have the Scythe or the Sith, the Reaper, Deep Reaper XL, Titan, Hercules, Assassin, Black Widow. Just go check them out. They got some other aircrafts out there on the list. Go check them out. They have really good prices. They are based in the U.S., so Lee, the owner, just go check them out. It never hurts to go look. Searching on the internet's free. unless you live someplace else that they charge you. Few more, and then I'll go down. I'm almost done. Actually, not too bad today. I thought it was going to be a little bit longer. We have the Multiplex Fun Jet, and the Fun Jet is not necessarily an FPV wing, but we can convert it into an FPV wing. In terms of what it can carry is very limited because the compartment of the Fun Jet is pretty small. It's not you don't get a lot of leg room there, and if you want to go fast, you got to cram like a 6 cell in there. And it's just, the compartment is very difficult. It's not ideal for FPV, but you can do it. It's totally doable. I would not race it. I'm saying because I seen it in action and it does not race well. It just can't turn for shit. It just can't. The little elevons are just struggling. So yeah. But definitely that's another one. FPV you can turn into FPV. The RV Jet by Ranged Video is another one. It's a little goofy looking, but it's definitely unique. Go check that out. It's RV Jet. Oh man, I'm almost done. I swear. RV Jet. It's molded. I don't know how popular it is anymore. I think it's EPO, but it as far as design, it's very nice because everything was all kind of like molded for it, and so it was unique looking, definitely unique. There's another one. It's called actually there's a lot more guys. The Horizon Hobby Theory. It's a molded EPO wing. It's a little goofy looking wing. It's very limited to what it can take. It's fast, but it's a little squirrely. It needs I don't know. I don't own one. And I think it needs a flight controller to fly because it's just it's like all over the place. But yeah, us manufacturers here in America, I think we can whip up something pretty easily to smoke it without a flight controller. Just saying. But yeah, it's also pretty expensive in terms of price comparison to everything else. So there's that, and it's EPO. Ugh, EPO. Let's see what else. Other ones, there are there's the Buffalo 79 that's out there, made by actually I don't know who makes Buffalo. It's probably some Chinese company that I'm not too sure of. It's a Buffalo or something. It's a goofy ass name. There's an X8 by Skywalker. That's another wing that's out there. It's Skywalker. Payloads, I'm not too sure about payloads, but the wings, just don't dive bomb with it. The wings will fold and break. But it is a big ass wing, so there's that. I think that's it, man. I did I touch on? I don't think I remember talking about my wings. Okay, so there's my wings. We're gonna go to my wings now. I went through everyone else. I gave them a chance, and god dang, I don't know if I can talk anymore. My wings are, SweepwingsRC. I'm the owner. I'm the maker. I have the Runt. That's a 26-inch FPV wing. It can take FPV gear, all documented, all video and everything. It can take FPV gear, OSD. It can take a full-size GoPro or, the GoPro Session or the GoPro Hero Plus. It's a little bit lighter. I have the Flinch. Oh, the Runt also can carry a 5200 milliamp 3S pack, which is amazing. And it's the only small mini wing that can take full-size GoPro and a big pack. And you can fly for over 20 minutes. It's the only wing out there. There is no other wing, and I can say that with confidence. There's nothing else competes with it. What up? No, I'm just kidding. There's a Flinch. The Flinch is, the mid-size wing. In terms of payload, it can carry anything the Juggernaut can. The Juggernaut is a 48-inch wing. So, this is a smaller package that's 37 inches, a little bit smaller, but it can carry everything that the Juggernaut can in a smaller size. So there's that. It can carry full-size GoPro, any kind of flight controller system that you want to put in there. It'll handle it. I've used it for mapping, for prototyping and projects for other mapping companies. Let's see what else. I've made it into a 3-part wing. It's versatile. It's raced in NAFPV, Drone Nationals New York, and Drone Worlds in Hawaii. Now, it wasn't the fastest, but I tell you what, I think it was the only wing carrying a full-size GoPro and case. And I know if you all know how much that weighs a lot. So that was like 173 grams on the nose, and it was flying with the best of them. Yeah, that's pretty freaking amazing. Take it off, and I can guarantee you that speed will be crazy. So yeah, I can say I've done it. You know what I mean? It may not be the fastest, but I can say I've done it. And to me, that speaks volume, and it speaks of the capability of the aircraft in terms of what it can do as a do-all aircraft. So versatility, bargain for what you buy. Yes, tons of options, fully capable. Big up to the flinch. They'll also have the Juggernaut. The Juggernaut is a monster. It's on par with any other wing that's out there. It takes the full-size GoPro, mapping, flight controller, 6S, 3S, 4S, 5S, 8S, whatever you want to put in there, the frame will hold. Totally capable of anything out there. And it is the most, I would call it is the wing that is everyone. I've never had a bad complaint from a Juggernaut owner. Never, ever. Not knocking on wood, I'm not jinxing myself. From 2013 to 2017, or January 2013 to February 2017, not one complaint of a bad Juggernaut. Not one. And to me, I don't know what to say. Like, as versatile as it is, the Juggernaut is definitely one to reckon with. I don't see any other aircraft that's on par with it, with what it can do in terms of size and payload and what it can do, and power systems of what it can handle. Now, I've seen them with 2,000 watts of power on aircraft, and it handled it just fine with 6S. No problem. Video, we've done it. So yeah, Juggernaut. It's up there. It's up there. I'm very proud of that aircraft. So I'm the Juggernaut, bitch. So there's that one. Next one up. Man, this is okay. Like I said before, I gave everyone else. I went through the list. I'm doing mine now. Next one up is a Behemoth. Behemoth has been around since 2014. I think it was 2014. I got tired of, looking at everyone else's big aircraft, and I was like, I'm going to make my own. So that's what I did. I got a pink prototype one, made it, and then evolved to what it is now. And the aircraft has been, for mapping, same thing as all my other ones, mapping prototype, 3-part, long range, payload from 5,000 to 16,000 milliamp 4S. Not a problem. Have video, have pictures, have proof. Speeds. The speed here was 240 kilometers an hour. That was set up for 12S system. It's the only aircraft, flying wing that took a 4S. Or no. Sorry, let's take that back. It's the only FPV wing that took 12S and flew with full-size GoPro, fully done, payload, OSD, 3,000 milliamp 12S, and flew. And the video is online, so I'm extremely proud of my aircrafts. I'm a dude in a garage. Like, I didn't know that they were going to fly this good. They just did it. Like, I drew it up by hand, and they're working. They're working extremely well. So, it's an aircraft that's been around for quite some time, and it'll continue to be around until I decide not to make it, which that's probably not going to happen. But 12S, it holds the speed record for an FPV wing of that size and weight, probably 10 pounds of weight. So, there was some drag involved. I could probably get it faster if I do decide to manipulate the airfoil a little bit more and take off the GoPro. But then, why would I want to show that video? Because it wouldn't be cool. You want a GoPro video. You want HD video to show your friends. So, yeah. Behemoth, God damn it, it's a good-ass airplane. God damn it, it's good. For what you get in the kit, super deal. Super deal. And solid material, solid spars, big old thick spars, humongous motor mount that withstands everything, doesn't even bend. Puts any motor you want to put on there, except for like big ones, but it'll fit. So there's the Behemoth. The next one up was the Dreadnought. That's another one that I make. Just check out the video, dude. It's huge. Tons of payload. I like to fly it with 5,000 milliamp 4S. Tons of fun. And then for the video that I put on my YouTube page, you guys can check it out. I put 32,000 milliamps 4S in there. It's a funny because I'm showing it crash. I'm showing it fly. My brother and my buddy were out there goofing around and trying to get this thing up in the air. And, we finally succeeded. So there's that payload, mapping, 3-part wing, speed, racing, you name it. This is the size that, or the aircraft that can do it all. Camera rig with cameras all over the place. It can do it. So, man, I tell you what, there's a lot of aircrafts. And, this little portion of mine, just kind of give you a rundown of what mine has. It's a lot, man. And there's other companies out there that I probably didn't even mention just because there's so many. And the amount of time that it just takes to look at all this stuff and write it all down and kind of give you a rundown. It probably might be another episode. I'm not too sure. If it does good, maybe you guys will respond and want me to do, another take or, I don't know. I don't know what to expect from this, but I just want to give you guys a rundown on all the wings that are out there. And so hopefully you guys would have a better understanding of what types of aircrafts that are out there and maybe that are in your region. So check that out. I think that's it. I think that's done. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys end it here and give you guys the video of the week. And go check it out. The video link will be in my description of this podcast, and hopefully you guys can click on it. I'm hoping you can, but it's called TMK Films on YouTube. Just search TMK or TMK Films, and the video is called 5 Zephyrs Flying in Formation. These are all Z1s. So go check them out. And it's a good video, man. Bunch of guys flying together in a nice open field, snowy. It's a good video, guys. Go check it out. I mean, that's it. You get all your homies together and flying in the same spot. That's it, man. Check them out. TMK Films. 5 Zephyrs Flying in Formation. Go check them out. You'll find a lot more videos, but I'm going to end it here because I need a drink of water. It's a long-ass freaking session here. Anywho, with that, I'm going to let you guys go. And until next time, guys, peace.